Nope.
Grass is cut and the drinks are cold. It's time for your Thursday kickback about all things rap. Go feature Impasse with your host
Troydashow.
and Lucid the Dream Waker, and this is the Rap Yard Podcast.
Podcast.
Welcome to the Rap Yard Podcast,
Yeah.
ladies.
Yeah, sorry for that pop in, everybody. My bad.
No, you're fine.
Oh my god. I need to get better at this getting ready thing.
Yeah,
Dang.
what you feeling? Like the last 30 seconds, I was like, oh, let me go find my vape somewhere.
Why are we like this?
I don't know. Maybe you kind of like it, or maybe we're adrenaline junkies.
It's the bad kind of adrenaline though. Like I don't like it. I always feel like horrible and stressed out anytime I arrive somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're anxiety junkies.
Anxiety.
Yeah, we're anxiety junkies.
That's like the like masochistic version of adrenaline junkies.
Yeah. Teaching
I'm
3 is new age adrenaline.
I meant to ask earlier how the weather's going there. Like, is it clearing up?
Yeah, for the most part, it's clearing up. This storm is not as bad as it was before. It's still kind of bad, but it's drivable. You know, it's not gonna knock your power out anymore. At least it shouldn't.
Was it knocking the power out like throughout the day?
Yeah, like some people still don't have power now.
Damn.
Luckily, we got our kid back on, but a lot of people still aren't.
Do you ever secretly like when the power goes out, like a little bit?
Yeah, especially depends on what I'm doing.
Well, right, yeah, it totally depends. But if you have like it's the weekend and you're not trying to do anything online, it's like this little kid inside you that's like, all right, you know, like you're like, I get to live like like colonial times or something.
Colonial time. Now I'm gonna lay down on the sofa and stare at the ceiling. I guess I'll meditate. It's like I guess I'll do all the healthy things that I never wanted to. I'll journal, meditate.
I never do that. I just like light a bunch of candles and like, you know, start like, I guess maybe I'm a prepper. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like a little bit. Because when COVID happened, I got a little excited. I'm not gonna lie.
How many candles did you buy?
I already had. I'm a prepper. I already had candles on deck. I was like, just like, yes, I get to use them.
Finally.
Yeah, we got like our mess kits and like the MREs or whatever. We don't actually. We have like 2 of them. We didn't. Need them. We didn't.
I was
need them.
wondering if you were like a stockpiler or something.
No, we don't. We don't have like a bunker. No bunker here.
I
But
feel like
yeah,
everyone should get a not bumper, bunker.
you know, in the South you can't have basements, right?
No.
Yeah. So like you've seen like the above ground cemeteries they have in like New Orleans and stuff, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
The water table, the ground is too moist and soft for people to have basements for the most part, unless you spend a lot of money making this big old like concrete foundation.
Yeah.
In which case you can. So there's only like 2 or 3 houses in the whole city that have basements.
That
And
is crazy.
one of them is a bunker, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Wow.
That's all I'm gonna say.
So are you guys like using like garages or something? Like is that?
They call them carports.
Okay.
Have you ever seen that Simpsons where like I think Moe's like, where's the car? And Homer's like, it's in the garage. And Moe's like, ooh, garage, fancy. Must be French. I just put my car in the car hole, and that's
the car hole. That's hilarious. It's crazy that like silly little things that difference. You know.
Yeah, I'm trying to. There's a whole bunch of little differences. It's crazy.
I wouldn't know because I never go anywhere.
You've never been like anywhere down south at all?
I've been to Texas, but I was really young. I've been, nope, southern states. Nope, I have not been to too many southern states because I'm trying to think.
Texas is one, but if you don't remember, it doesn't count.
Yeah, I hardly remember.
You need to go to New Orleans. Like,
I know.
Yeah, for sure.
Am I going to meet you down there, or are you going to give me like
If you come to New Orleans, I will meet you down there. Yeah, like we make a thing out of it. Because I've been telling people for years that when I get married, you know, everybody has to come to New Orleans and for my wedding. What do they call it? Not a bachelorette party, but kind of.
Reception? Your wedding reception? Oh, your
I would love to have a New Orleans style wedding, but those are really expensive. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Where they walk down the street with the second line and everything, and
Oh wow, yeah. I've seen like clips of it, but I've never seen nothing like that in person.
I think that is so cool. But that's the only people I know that have done that are lawyers and doctors. So
Yeah, I just think dancing horses when I think New Orleans.
dancing horse.
I just always see the clips of the dancing horses going down the streets doing parades.
I can't
Like
even
who
think of
does that?
New Orleans. I guess there's all kinds of weird shit you won't see anywhere else here. But
Yeah, I know, right? It's pretty cool.
yeah,
At
it
least
is
you
way
live
cool.
somewhere awesome and not lame like where I live.
Ah, I bet it's all in your perspective, man.
It is. Don't get me wrong. It's cool, but you know how it is.
Oh yeah, oh
It's
yeah.
just that when you're somewhere, the what you're around always seems normal to you. Like I'm sure
Hmm.
somebody else came here, they're like, "Oh man, that's cool." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've seen that for
Yeah,
three
because
thousand times in my life."
there's nothing to do where I am. So like
Oh yeah.
literally, that's why everybody's shooting each other. That's not why, but we're not
It's,
going to get into all that again. If you want to
they're
find
like,
out more, watch the episode with our interview with the baby.
yeah,
I
the
feel dumb saying his name because
the baby, the
it's not as
real
it's
baby.
not that his name is dumb. It's that it's like an AAVE thing
Yeah.
that I don't do because that would be dumb for me to do that. You know what I
Uh,
mean?
I mean, I guess you just have to say it how they.
How they, which I am, but you know what I'm saying, right? It's
Yeah,
like, help me out here.
yeah. I feel you. I seen this. Like literally, I get on YouTube and this guy makes a short about Mia Khalifa. He's like, the first thing I hear, I'm like, what is he talking about? He's like, is Maya Khalifa a sellout? I'm like, Maya Khalifa? Are you serious right now? Like, how do you
Wait,
not know her name?
the porn star, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, come on, you know her name, bro. Don't act like you don't know her name.
Maybe that's how he says it.
Maya Khalifa. I'm like, what?
That's so random, dude. Like that has nothing to do with what I was saying.
Well, I mean, like,
Yeah, I hear
it's
you.
like mispronouncing names and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, so XXX Tentacion. I think everyone has an issue with that, and that's why people just call him Triple X or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a Spanish word. Well, it's part of it is.
Oh,
Yeah, Tentacion is like temptation. But just saying the whole thing together, you feel dumb, right?
yes,
Like,
because that's like a fucking like superhero name or like some type of
like
Power
a,
Ranger or something.
it sounds like a like Puss in Boots like rival or something like
Puss
Puss in
in
Boots
Boots,
versus XXX Tentacion.
right?
You know,
I mean, that's kind of why I thought about changing my name too. I'm like, does my name really fit me anymore? And it's kind of a lot.
I definitely want to change mine, but at this point, I don't. My name, my hashtag, dude, has like so many views.
Mm-hmm.
No,
It's
like it's unexpected, like out of nowhere, like thousands and thousands, like hundreds of thousands almost.
you got
I
it.
got I got scared.
Yeah. Why did you think that you were like getting canceled or something?
Not really. It's just
Yeah.
like a lot of people looking me
At
up.
you. Yeah.
But
It is. It's crazy when you think about it. That's a lot of fucking eyeballs and brains.
it's like we were saying when Young RC was on about like you just millions of views. You don't think about like a million people that
Yeah.
would be overflowing a stadium. You know, that's a lot of
Yeah.
freaking people.
I don't
So
think I've ever gotten 100,000 views on anything.
let me see. It's not 100,000. This is just on TikTok, but
Hmm.
we'll see what happens here.
I'm trying to think. Ooh, excuse me. I'm trying to think of what's the song that I know what song I have the most views on. I just don't know what it's at right now.
I really like that one song that I used for the God God is me or whatever. I am God.
So godly.
Yeah, my bad. I'm
Hmm.
sorry. I've been listening
No,
to a
you're
lot of
fine.
Killer Mike.
You were really close. So
Good. I knew it had something to do with God and you and
yeah, yeah.
okay.
That's hilarious.
I guess I can't see it on desktop how many views it has. I can on my phone, but it's me. I'm right behind Troy Dan, who apparently is like a streamer that looks at sports stuff. So whatever.
Hmm.
Fun
Hmm.
fact.
Some random person.
Yeah. So we're taking hot takes right now. If you want to call in and give us your hot takes, you can argue with me or debate me, whatever. I'll take you on right now. I don't care. Call in now. It's
Ooh,
318-814-8455. Let me get my Google Voice line up here.
that is a challenge for all you rap nerds and book baggers and all those other people, crate diggers and all you other
Crate
folks,
diggers.
you new age hippies, whatever
Long
the
haired
stands are.
commie pinkos.
hmm
Yeah. Um,
I meant to send you this guy's YouTube. He does like a lot of like random documentaries about like 30-minute documentaries about random rappers stuff, careers, or just random hot takes.
yeah, yeah.
Like I guess he just dropped one about the how to destroy your career, Roddy Rich. That's what he titled
Ooh,
it.
damn.
Yeah, I watched it. I was like, wait a minute, where did he go? Because you gotta remember when the box track dropped.
Yeah. Like, even my kids, my two daughters who were at the time were like 12, I think, or 11, they were like singing that song. And then, like, one of them doesn't
Yeah.
even really listen to rap. So it's like, whoa, that was big.
I remember that being everywhere because I remember I didn't like it when it first
I
came
didn't
out.
either, but then it was like an earworm, like a
hmm
one of those Kanye songs that just I mean, and he's talented and everything, but I think people kind of overinflated the whole thing with him. Like he was like the next
hmm
big genius producer or something. And I kind of feel
uh-huh.
bad for him, honestly. You know what I mean? That's a lot of pressure.
No, I know what you mean. Like, especially, I know this is completely random, but it's like when you see famous people with kids, and then everyone expects them to be just like them. Like, did we talk about that last time? We were talking about the Smiths or something, like Jaden Smith or some shit like that.
Something,
Might
yeah.
have been somewhere else. Yeah, it's like, oh man, you poor guy. Like the pressure.
Of being like a perfect parent or what?
No, being like a kid of a famous person, and everyone
Oh,
expects you to do the same thing, like Michael Jordan's son playing basketball, or like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean, like.
Yeah.
The only person, well, the only person who did get the pressure, maybe because she's a girl, I don't know if it matters, but like Eminem's daughter, no one's like, oh, when's her album dropping?
Did she put out music though?
I don't think so.
Who
But either still, people still pressure you.
I saw some. Who was it? Lord. Oh, it was Travis Barker's daughter.
hmm
I I
I
I,
didn't know
I
you
gotta
had one.
pull this up because I didn't know who she was before or after or whatever. But she's been making music since she was like little, I guess.
hmm
Uh, this is
This is the first for me. I ain't heard of
you
this.
know you know the drummer, right? Travis Barker.
hmm
Okay, I get him and Travis Porter confused. That's why I asked. Da 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 da.
Was that the guy who was in the drummer from Lincoln Park? Am I tripping?
Maybe he's from
Okay.
something. He's from something. He did like an album with Lil Wayne, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to
It
see.
must have been that nasty rock album he came out with. Actually, I like that. I won't be a hater.
Really, you liked it? What was that? I'm not an alien, or I'm not a human.
Yeah, I'm not a human being, or I'm not an alien.
I think it's I'm not a
I'm
human
not a
being.
human
Yeah,
being.
yeah. I'm not
It's
good
gonna
at
be-
thinking of things today. Apparently.
it's all right. I blame it on the heat.
Shit, it's hot. The heat index, for those who don't know, are where I am in Louisiana is like, well, the feels like. What's the difference between that and the heat index?
I'm not sure to be honest.
I don't know. The feels like is like 114, so it's hot. Goddamn. Okay, I'm trying to find the one that shows the before and after of her because
Oh, is it that bad?
it's something. Sorry, I didn't mean to hiss for like 5 hours. Like it's
Darn it, you spoiled our secret. We're reptilians.
sure.
Now everyone knows.
All right, so here like Mark Zuckerberg and Joe Biden, whatever. We're gonna eat your babies. How do you make it full screen? Damn.
They said no. I love how there's no option for full screen.
Yeah, there's not.
Watched my dad do it a lot.
You can see it though,
It was
right?
cool. And I
Yeah.
was like, Dad, can we do singing lessons? And it's all started from there. I first got into a band with my brother, and I didn't really
Blah blah
like
blah.
that path. And pure pop and all that
Okay, that's
stuff.
her before, all right? That's her
Okay,
before. This
yeah.
is her now.
We ain't together when I'm with him, he know I'm the realest. Ain't got no oppositions, all these bitches and they feelings. But listen, who the fuck y'all talking to? I'm at
Shut up. That's all I have to say.
Look, I was about to say, hey, as someone who makes music, I will never stop anyone from making any.
You can't.
But yeah, like I would never be like, yo, throw away your studio and get off the internet. Well, I mean, I guess if she's having fun.
I don't know how old she is, so I don't want to say anything mean, but
Yeah, I
it's
know what you
so
mean.
like icky, the
It's
appropriatiness.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like people feel pressured to do that to make sure their shit like
That's
pop
why,
off.
because that's why people like rappers like white rappers like Mac Miller and Eminem and stuff, because they're not. It's authentic. It comes across authentic. They're
Right, because
not
it's like,
like doing like a caricature. That's insulting.
yeah,
So,
yeah, I know what you mean. It is a little cringy.
but anyway, I want to move off that because she's like probably under 18. And I feel bad now. Not
Yeah,
that bad, but I
so
feel a
bad.
little bad. So, damn.
Trust me, what we said isn't half of what I'm sure what the internet is
Oh,
giving her already.
well, compared to the internet, I'm good on everything.
Yeah, straight to heaven.
So,
If you compare to the internet.
what's you got any hot takes? Let me look at the comments. Anybody commenting?
Oh, you talking about on that girl?
No,
that
just
we
in
just saw?
general, like rap hot takes, things on.
Okay. All right. I don't have a hot take, but I do have a discussion topic. So I was like hanging out with some friends or whatever. I think it was the Gunna album that they turned on so I
Oh
could
yeah,
hear.
I saw that. You
They were
said that.
comparing the Young Thug and Gunna, and I'm pretty sure it was him or it was one of the two. And they started their album off with a feature from Drake,
Yeah, that was
and
Young
then
Thug.
everyone started talking about like, why would an artist start their album off with someone else, and let alone the feature, and have them come up? They said that they were saying like these are random people. Like some of these people are random people. I don't know like everyone who's saying this. They're like, I just find it kind of weird to start your album off with someone else. Like, how do you feel about that? Because I was working on my album and it starts with a feature, and I'm like, well, maybe I should go back and not do that.
I mean, okay, so when I see that a song features Drake, I skip it. I'm like, I swear to God, I swear, I don't feel bad about it.
R.I.P. the Six God.
Cause like even the one on Good Kid, Mad City is such a good song, but I can't stand. That's my hot take. I can't stand Drake like at all.
Yeah, I know. I sent you that video of that guy playing that was that piano Drake song, the jazzy Drake song. You were just like Drake Black.
That's
I
my
was like,
only
she's not
input
a
on
Drake.
it.
Yeah, that was your only ripple was Drake
I
Black.
just can't
I get it though. I used to be just like that too,
with
but I
Drake.
guess
Oh,
yeah, I used to be just like that too. And then
and
like
then you grew
I
up.
don't know, just not even. I just got I don't know more open to. I don't know. You gotta like. It's hard to get past. Well, it's different because like you gotta remember your era of when you grew up. Drake was like the antithesis of what you were probably hearing, listening to, and rap and stuff when you grew up.
Mm, that is a hot take right there. Um,
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can completely see why you wouldn't like someone like Drake.
I think it's really because, like, I know so many people do like Drake, like my age, older. There are. Well,
Yeah.
by the way, I wanted to put this out there in case this came up. So you're a millennial, right?
I guess I don't even know at
You
this
don't
point.
know? Okay, you're a millennial.
I'm 95. I'm
Yeah,
95.
you're a
Whatever that
millennial.
is.
You're a millennial.
Okay.
I missed the boat for being a millennial by like less than a year.
Oh,
So
okay. I see.
we are practically in the same generation. But moving on,
I hear you.
I
though.
don't like Drake.
Yeah. So yeah, you probably
But the
hated that
feature thing,
electronic
the feature
album.
thing, like I didn't listen to the whole Young Thug album, and I didn't listen to the whole
Mhm.
Gunna album. I heard the one hot
Mhm.
song off the Gunna album, which was "Fuck You Mean," right?
Oh, I literally just heard that in the shower. Yeah. Literally, I just went to like Rap Caviar or something, and that was like the first thing that
Yeah.
popped
No,
up.
it's a good song. I like the sample on it. Maybe a little girl or something going, yep. Fuck you mean?
It's a hot, quick 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Two. This seems to be in style. Hot,
The
quick
songs are getting
track.
shorter, I feel like.
They are, and I don't know how I feel about
I'm
that.
okay with it because usually, like, if you can get all that you need to get done in that minute and 45 seconds, like, cool. You know what I mean?
There's nothing. Yeah, no need to
To
repeat
drag it out,
and wash. Yeah, you're
I
right. I
guess.
can feel that.
But one song.
I mean, nowadays it makes sense.
Well, as far as like having a feature artist on your album, does it? So is Young Thug not on the song at all, or
He is. He just comes in afterwards,
oh,
after Drake. He comes in first, and then it's him.
I,
So it's like the first voice you hear isn't even the artist whose like album it is, and that's where they were like, that's kind of
that makes sense. I can see why that might. I don't know. Whatever. Some people ruffle their feathers. I
hmm
don't know what the like.
It's like you go to like a. I wouldn't put two random artists together, and I wish they would do. I wish they did do a collab, but now they can't. Obviously, that's like going to like a DMX album and the first verse is Lupe Fiasco.
That would be crazy. That would be
It
crazy.
would be crazy. I would love to see those two artists together, but it'd be like, oh, well, if you don't really, listen to fuck with this artist that way, you'd be like, oh, that's kind of not what I wanted.
That would be a really good mashup too. And also, and I mentioned this when I was doing my solo episode 9, who we keep trying to get on, who we might have on next week. Stay tuned. But he like originated that sound. You know what I mean? Like for real.
Which
The sound like DMX, like
mm-hmm.
that, like gravelly, like really deep, crazy
Yeah.
gutter voice. And not to say that that's not DMX's actual voice or that DMX stole anything, but he was the first guy. Always thought that him and DMX would be a crazy combo. But I'm getting off
Mm-hmm.
track. Sorry.
I definitely hear what you mean. No, you're not off track.
I
I
am.
I definitely hear what you mean because it is that kind of harder, kind of grimier voice.
Well, it's like what's his name? Lord. No,
Onyx.
no, no. Oh, you're talking about shit.
Yeah, I know you remember that.
No. It's one of my favorites too. Sticky Fingers from
Nuh-uh.
Onyx. I mean, they all kind of
Oh,
have that,
okay.
but Sticky Fingers is the one that has the
Mm-hmm.
most
Oh, okay,
standout.
okay. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking to. Mm-hmm.
But to get back to your point, yeah, I I agree. I think it's kind of lame. Kind of. It wouldn't like piss
Damn.
me off, but it would be like, what? You know?
See, I did it for my project, and I'm thinking because it's only maybe like 20 seconds, 15-second intro that I think it'd be
I
okay.
think it just depends. Like I'd have to hear it. It's
hmm
not a big
I
deal.
might have to shoot it to you. I might legit shoot it to you because I just like finished the mix on it today and like see what you
Yeah,
think.
yeah, definitely. That'd be awesome. Get a sneak peek.
Yeah,
When's it?
yeah, legit.
When's the release date for that, by the way?
Oh my gosh, I do not know. I got a little distracted. You know what happened was?
What?
Well, actually, now technically it's all mixed. I'm just waiting on the track from somebody else, like for them to send to me because it's a remix.
Mm-hmm.
And they sent me a draft the other day, so it should be pretty much finished in no time. But I just kind of got distracted. I started dating someone, and then I stopped being at home because we're in that first like early relationship phase where you spend all your time together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm kind of way behind, but I'm still shooting. Man, I still want to shoot for July, but man, at the end of the day, what's the point of dropping it like on time if I don't do like enough promo? I'd rather delay and do tons of like promo marketing than
Yeah.
so.
I mean, you've done this before, so have you like when you've previously released albums, do you do a lot of marketing typically or
Well, this is the first album I've done in like 6 years.
okay.
Yeah, so like I made an album when I first started making music, and then everything else has just been like experience singles and like EPs and shit.
Well, even with
So,
the
but I
EPs when
will.
you put them out, do you like market a lot?
Yeah,
You do.
yeah.
Does that work for you? Like,
Uh, it works in different sectors. So, like now in today's climate, I'm definitely gonna have to research more modern takes because like I feel like the age of like rap blogs and stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's in magazines is over, and like at the
It's
time,
all
like
like
the last time I really
podcasts and
did something
YouTube
like
channels.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, and like the last time I did a project, it was more like that kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
That stuff was actually kind of
That's
relevant, but now
crazy.
and today, like, it just seems it's almost even with singles, it almost seems monotonous to be trying to be submitting to like playlists and stuff, and then half of them want to charge you and this and this. I remember where it was just like, okay, if you got added to a playlist or someone wanted to share your music because they actually enjoyed it, not because they wanted to make a quick buck. And not to say that they shouldn't make any money, but
Yeah.
the prerequisite to getting your music somewhere shouldn't necessarily be
Money.
a price tag.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it does nothing else matter but how much what the money I give you. Like, that's crazy.
So like, out of curiosity, I'm sure other people are curious too. Like, what
Yeah.
is the typical price tag for getting on a playlist, like a big Spotify playlist? Do you know, like, or like a YouTube playlist, like median?
It it varies. It varies depending on one, how many like monthly followers they
Uh
have,
huh.
how many and if this is on authentic playlists, they can gauge how many plays you think that you should get within a time
Mhm.
span or would average at least of, but they can't necessarily guarantee a certain number.
Mhm.
But if you want something with like a lot of followers, like 100,000 monthly followers or something like that, expect to pay like a higher price tag. Like it's different if it's something like 15,000 followers, you can get on something like that for $30, maybe not
Oh,
even that.
okay.
You
I
know what I
thought you were
mean?
saying $15,000. I'm like,
Hell
sheesh.
no. $15,000, you might as well just go buy a radio station
No shit.
and just play your songs on loop
You
all
get your own
day. Just
satellite
brainwash
dish and do it
everybody.
yourself.
Yeah, legit. Just install your own tower and broadcast yourself.
Shoot.
Fuck.
Wow. I mean, $30 is not bad. And then you
But
good.
but you run the risk of when you pay for like cheap placements and stuff, there's a higher chance that they're bots. You know,
Yeah,
a lot of
I
those
I
like
read somewhere that Spotify's like cracking down on the bots a lot. Bots.
remember they had that purge where they purged a bunch of artists for having bot plays?
Nuh-uh,
This was
I
pre
didn't catch
yeah,
when was that?
yeah, pre-COVID, like tons of like
Oh.
underground artists that are like around my level or even higher because they were buying plays. Spotify started banning
I
them, and then
remember
now you think
Nicki Minaj and Cardi B having some kind of like Twitter beef about that. About
about bot plays.
yeah, yeah. Like they were both saying the other one had a bunch of bot plays or whatever. I don't know. I didn't really think much of it because didn't really apply to me. But
I get what you're saying.
that's
See,
crazy.
and that's the thing. Like people on their like label levels that are paying hundreds of $1,000s. The people that they're paying don't ever get caught. Like they're on the next level of bot plays. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The type of people me and you would pay aren't on the same level that a label would pay on that degree. You know?
Wow, that is so crazy. Like thinking that you have a label and they're paying bots,
Yeah,
instead of just
whatever to
paying for
make the artist
marketing.
grand.
I get well, and people are more likely to list. It's more likely to show up in their
Mhm.
algorithm, and blah
Mhm.
blah blah blah. Yeah, that's crazy.
And let's be real, people, especially when it comes to taste, music, arts, culture, most people are followers and bandwagons. If they see, oh shit, this is cool, this is cool. Look, the cool people said this is cool. This is trending. That's why a cosign is so important. Oh, Dr. Dre reposted this video and said he's next up. Oh man, he must be next up. He must be cool.
That's right.
Like,
If you can get a celebrity artist, that's someone that's like a household name or like close to it, and I say this is someone that's been trying to get various level artists on our show. But
mhm,
like if you get someone to retweet something or like your even
mhm.
like your post on Instagram, that could be huge for you. Yeah, but
Ain't it crazy
that's crazy.
how like one post can literally change your life? That's power. That's like creative power right
I
there.
was, and not again to get too off track, but I am going to the doctor to see about some ADHD meds, by the way. Like, because like
What made you say that?
my mind is all over the place all the time, and it's frustrating. I know probably for people that I'm talking to because I'm like that reminds me of this, which reminds me of this, and I like that. But see, now I forgot what I was gonna say.
She said, "This is why I need the meds, guys."
Seriously, donate now if you would like to donate to my medication fund.
Cash out the rat
Cash at the
yard
rep
so she can
yard.
get her
I'll get half
medication.
of it, and and Lucid can use the other half to take his new girl out on a hot date.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And then I
Yeah.
will also be taking half of the ADHD pills.
No,
So
you can't.
she's gonna be
No,
really
that's
normal, and
illegal.
I'm gonna be really chilled out.
I'm gonna take this off the screen now because that's illegal.
That is illegal. We do not do those things.
You
Shame on
only take
you if you
medication
do.
that is prescribed to you, and stay out of your
Exactly.
parents' medicine cabinet, kids.
Yeah, medicine cabinet is a no go, and stay away from your grandma's gray goose. It
Grandma's
do
fancy.
yeah it'll do terrible things to you.
Yeah, it'll make it's like that Chappelle Show skit where he's like, "You'll see Bugs Bunny and Daffy, all your favorite cartoon characters, are singing and dancing right there with you. It was great."
Oh, that's terrible.
You've seen that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Oh, the classic Dave Chappelle skit.
Yeah, back when you were like 2 years old. Anyway,
2 years old. Come on.
sorry.
Yeah, back when I was still spilling cheese sauce on my dip.
Jeez. You're not from Philly.
No, yeah, right. I'm not authentic, guys. I don't have real cheesesteaks, and I've never had hoagies either. Don't pull my card.
He's never had he's never had etouffee either.
I
Oh,
have.
well, not real etouffee, not real New Orleans. Like,
Well, New Orleans, they're too fast.
that's how you could tell someone that's like, because a lot of people fake that they're from New Orleans a lot. I guess
Why?
because probably because they're from Louisiana. The rest of Louisiana is boring, so
Oh,
they
I
have to
see what
say.
you're
But
saying.
if they say New Orleans, they're not from New Orleans. Just so you
New
know,
Orleans.
New Orleans.
If they say that, I'm gonna say, do you have peanut butter in your mouth? Like, are you okay?
If
You
they say
need some
that, you
water?
can punch them in the face. It's fine.
It's okay. I was told I could do this. Smack.
Hot takes, hot
Hot
takes.
takes. What else has been going on in music?
Call in loud. Call in 318-814-8455. Oh, I do want to
Um,
give a shout out to this something kind of cool happened today. I was on my way to meet a client of mine and in public, and then this guy I hadn't seen in years like waves me down, and like, oh hey, and I give him a hug, and then he's like, congrats by the way, and I'm like, on what? He's like, I've seen you on your and I was like, Facebook on DJing. He's like, no, your podcast. He's like, congrats, it's doing really
hey.
good. I know, right? And I was like, well, thank you, because I never know who's watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So shout out to Rod, and if anyone I know is watching, that means a lot to me because w- you look at the views and you look at the likes and the shares and all that, but if someone I know or even someone I don't know tells me like, "Hey, I like your show," that's like better to me, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. That is real cool.
Yeah. So
If I have any supporters out there, thank you guys. If not, I'm gonna shove this down your throats until you like it.
Kedrick Reynolds, by the way, says bupropion helps less side effects. Oh, with ADHD, I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's my homie. Hey, shout out!
Okay.
I got listeners. Thanks. Hey, Ketty, call in
Hey.
maybe if you want to
Yeah,
talk
call
about
in
rap or something.
318-814-8455.
He has some hot takes, but they would be about the most random, disturbing things, probably. But that's okay.
No, I want that. I want random and disturbing.
Yeah,
Personally, I can't speak for everybody.
yeah, I feel that.
We know how I feel about Ice Spice. We know how I feel about Drake. I think we should know at this point how I feel about Jay-Z.
Okay, one last comment about Ice Spice. Like I was thinking about the song, the intro of my album earlier in the shower, and I was stressing it or whatever, and then Ice Spice over a Barbie girl, Barbie World sample
Yeah,
came
that
on,
song. Yeah.
and then I smiled to myself and said, "It doesn't matter. Look how successful she is, and look what this sounds like. Just make what you want to make, man." And I felt much better after hearing that. So
You're so positive sometimes. It irks me. Like, God damn it, stop being so positive. No, I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
I've had that effect on some people.
He said, "Hey, Skeet,
What's he on YouTube or Facebook?
YouTube. It's if you click on the chat and restream, you can see it."
Yeah, I need to be on there. I gotta like move my camera for a second, just open up some tabs
For what? Wait, huh?
so I can see comments.
No,
You know
you.
what I mean?
Oh, it's in the way. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, because I've got my
What's that
phone's
on your
right there.
wall?
Actually, that's it was a poster of like a random. So some of the stuff is like a reminder of like things to do. Stuff is just like goals. Some
I
is like
was
daily tasks.
I was making sure you weren't doxing yourself or whatever. Like you got your
Dude,
social security number up there, and I can't read it.
bro, if I got swatted, I'd cry. You remember they were doing that to streamers for a while.
Swatting them.
Yeah.
Remind me what that means. That's like
So
when
that's
you
when they're like so
post
they're
their
live and then
yeah.
they'll like send a SWAT team to their house. They'll tell them like someone's getting like
Right.
attacked or like murdered or some shit, or there's like a dead
Right.
witness or something there, and then the SWAT will show up while they're live and people get a good laugh.
That's crazy
Yeah,
what
because
people do to entertain themselves.
right,
Damn.
you're just like streaming and the SWAT team keeps in your door because some bored teen is like, you know,
I would literally I would literally pee my pants if that happened. Like if I was like DJing and like all into it, and then here comes the SWAT team, I'd probably just pass out like one of those fainting goats.
not a fainting goat. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, legs up in the air, like.
Watch for the show get swatted. That'd be terrible.
Somebody did try to like scare dox me one time.
Are you serious?
Yeah, when I was streaming. So this is the thing, like, I have an ex who's extremely bitter and petty, and that's all I'm gonna say about their identity, whatever. But
Okay.
he has had like himself and I think a friend or two get on there and like try to harass me on
Wow.
Twitch mostly, yeah. And like one time they were like, "Is this your phone number?" And the weird thing about it was they messaged me privately with it. And
What?
so, yeah, I was like, you could have put this for everybody to see and really freak me out. But, and then they were like, "Is this your address?" And I looked at it, I was like, "No, that's actually not my address." So
Yeah. That's
they
fucking.
failed.
People are creepy as hell, yo.
People are crazy and bored. It's not
Yeah.
a good combo.
Yeah, you're right. That's when all the bad things happen.
But yeah, Ice Spice. I like the. I don't. I mean, I tried to listen to that song and enjoy it, and I couldn't. And it's not just because it's Nicki Minaj too. Like, let's. It's just the whole
Yeah.
thing is so like markety. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just like so. It's so preconceived and like the Barbie
Formally.
movie just came out and. And then,
Yeah.
you know, Ice Spice took like 20 Xanax. She's like, Bobby. Like with her dead eyes, beady dead eyes, just like,
You know what's hilarious? I never noticed that about her eyes until now. Like literally, like the first picture that popped into my head, I saw her eyes, and that shit is hilarious.
like what I've seen. If you ever click on anything with her, or pretty much anybody, you know, it keeps popping up, like
Yeah.
YouTube, whatever, TikTok. And so that happened for a little bit until I just completely steered clear of it. But
Hmm.
like in her interviews, she's sitting there and she's just like, think, 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 think. You know, like in the cartoons when they blink, it makes a little sound like, think, think.
Oh,
That's literally how
like
she
the
is. She looks like an
Cinderella or some shit.
animatronic. Yeah, she's just.
Yeah,
I'm
bro, that
sorry.
shit is hilarious.
I'm I'm bullying people. It's not
No,
cool.
you know what? Maybe that a little more of that energy is what we need because, or else I feel like the industry wouldn't have gotten to the situation that it's in right now.
Yeah, but then like they're real people, so
Yeah, yeah,
um,
you feel bad when they get online and
it's
they're
like
like,
the freaking submarine people. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like you saw memes and stuff about that, right? It's
See,
hard to feel bad for people when they do that.
the only thing that I was kind of sketchy about was when people were making the memes when they technically could have still been alive. I'm like, how you gonna make memes about people being dead when they might still be alive, like struggling for their lives, you know?
Because I think realistically, after the first day,
Yeah,
your odds are way lower than if you go missing on land.
yeah, you're right. I mean,
I
that's
mean,
even like the first 24, 48 hours. I mean, in the
yeah.
case, you get past that 48 hours, that case might go unsolved for another 30 years.
Shoot. They found pieces of it too, I guess. But,
Yeah.
you know, it's sad. It's definitely sad, and I don't want to make light of it. But,
Also,
yeah.
But
They're
also,
billionaires. They're
yeah.
billionaires, and they got into a contraption like that. The guy, I actually read that he did two other missions. Like that was the third mission that submersible, I guess is the
Hmm.
technical term, did. On one of those two missions, they got lost for 5 hours on the floor of the ocean.
Nuh-uh.
How, Sway? Like, how do you
Nuh-uh. I
do
didn't know
that?
all that. See, I knew about the other missions, but I didn't know like shit hit the fan on like one of the others too. Like that's crazy.
Well, they came back up, of
But
course, but
still,
how do you get lost? I mean, I'd want my money back. That's 250 grand. Like, what the?
and you
Anyway,
know what's crazy is I would probably the second he said we were lost, I'd probably shit my pants and we'd be stuck in a sub with the smell of shit because like legit,
everyone
I'd
would be
shit
looking
my
at you
pants.
like, mm-mm.
Yeah, like bro, we stuck in this tin can with the smell of shit in your pants. Yes,
I'm
yes.
sure you wouldn't be the only one, but like, they didn't even have chairs. They just had a carpeted floor.
Wow, bro, what a
Mm.
terrible like.
I would have peeked in there and been like, nah. They sealed that thing closed with like 12 deadbolts. There wasn't like a regular hatch. They deadbolted you in.
That's sketchy, dog.
It's
That's
hella
sketchy, bro.
sketchy.
Well, I mean, yeah, and then that's the thing. It's like when you're rich and you take the cheapest route. I mean, come on.
250 grand to
That's
go on
like,
that ride.
yeah, you're a billionaire and you buy a hoopty and it breaks down on you and you crash and die. It was just like, well, bro.
That's to me is almost like taking a hoopty and driving it off the edge of a cliff. Really. But I was
Yeah,
just, it sucks.
yeah, it is. I get you there.
That's my hot take on
Hot
that.
take.
Hot
R.I.P.
takes today.
R.I.P. Submarine people.
Yeah, except for the owner.
Yeah, you were
Fuck
just, bro.
him.
You was on one, bro. You was
I'm
just trying
sorry
to
to
make a
his
bag.
family or whatever, but yeah,
Yeah,
not
bro
cool.
was just trying
Not
to make a
cool.
bag. So did you see the shit about his stepson
Uh-uh.
going to the concert? So I guess I guess he went to like a Blink 182 concert or something, bro. And then the internet was on his ass, and then like Cardi B or somebody made a comment about him going to the concert, and it became a big deal. He replied talking about how insensitive she was, and that and that
Wait, so his son went to a Blink 182 concert?
while they were like lost at the bottom of the sea.
It's
Yeah.
his stepson, though.
Yes. Yeah. And that's kind of how he was. And then he was like, bro, it's at the bottom of the sea. What am I supposed to do? You know, it's not like he can go down
So
there and
Cardi
look.
B got onto him. She was like,
Yeah.
have some respect.
Yeah. Basically. And then it became this online feud, apparently.
I wouldn't want to fight Cardi B in a Twitter battle.
Yeah.
She's pretty quick-witted. Kedrick says, it's sad but hard to not find humor in millionaires making such fucking bad decisions when they're supposed to be so much smarter than normal people. Who
Yeah.
says they're supposed to be? First of all, billionaires, right? Not
Yeah.
millionaires, billionaires. And I never assumed that they're smarter. I think
Me
we
either.
put way too much emphasis on people making money being like the overall goal in life, right?
Right.
I do. I was like, money's great, but what is it?
Exactly. And then it's
What?
just like, that's
I'm not
because
trying to get too deep or whatever, but like, it's numbers. Like on paper, it's numbers in an account, and there's so much all the time coming at you like money, money. You need money all the time. Money, money, money. You need, like they've done studies, probably about 60,000 a year as a single individual to live a regular, happy life without
hmm
problems. That's
hmm
not, you know.
I
Hey,
saw something about, is a documentary about, I'm trying to think what family is the Rockefellers.
mm-hmm.
And then when you realize like how like the OG dad, like the patriarch was raising them and stuff,
Yeah,
you realize exactly why they are, and like the money thing is a sickness. Is a
it can
sickness
be.
because they were like he was like abusive. Like literally, he said every day I try to cheat my children, so they know like the value of like money, not to trust people and stuff like that. I'm like, this guy was a dog, and then like legit, some of their family members like will like rather kill themselves than risk being poor again. Like this is like their
Jesus.
family has a whole complex around money. I was like, well, yeah, they literally did have like a sickness, like it's something psychological, emotional, maybe even spiritual for them, you know. So
Like, and I understand the power thing and like how that plays out with like the political history of this country and everything. And I do think there's like a huge imbalance. I'm not saying money's not important, but I don't know what
It's
I'm
not
trying to
the
say,
end
man.
all be all. Like you can't take it with you when you
Yeah,
die.
exactly, exactly. People
Like
get
there's,
too caught up in things.
I feel like our society puts a lot of emphasis on this type of things. You know, I
He,
mean, it's a. I
Kendra
mean,
said 70K. What does that mean?
I don't know, 70K.
Is
Is
that
that
like
how
how
much
much
it?
it? I thought it was 250K. That's what I've
Yeah, I
been
thought it
seeing.
was 250K to get on there too.
Maybe that's with a Groupon.
I would not be surprised. You know what was funny? It was, yeah, actually it was kind of funny. So like, apparently before the expedition, the Ocean Gate company had posted an advertisement for people to come on the sub.
Hmm.
So people after the event happened or whatever, they just was trolling the comments. It was just like random funny shit. They was like,
Oh man.
people were like, "So is it a one-way ticket or is it both?"
Oh God.
Well, somebody was like, "Can I
Ooh.
get a discouragement from my ex? You'll love it." I was like, "Bruh,
Mm.
no." People were
Mm.
just trolling so hard. I was like, "They need to deactivate your page. When something like this happens, just deactivate your page for a bit. Go private for a bit."
Yeah. I actually saw a video from that mission. It wasn't like when anything happened, but just watching this 1 minute video gave me so much like anxiety and nausea. Just like, okay, it's about to happen. Like,
Oh, you thought you was about to see some shit.
huh? Well,
You,
I didn't know. I didn't know. I was just like, well, here's this.
yeah, yeah.
I'll watch it, I guess. Just like when I watched those 9/11 videos, I'm like, damn, why did I watch that?
Yeah, I know, and especially with like random shit, like somebody like getting their head bit off or like chopped off or something. You're like, why did I click that?
Oh, 70K was the amount shown that money stops buying happiness. Okay, I believe that. It's probably, inflation.
Yeah, yeah. What year was that? Yeah, we got to
Yeah.
see what year that was. If that was over
60K
10 years
was
ago,
probably 5+ years ago, so yeah, I believe that. Shit, it
mm-hmm.
might be more now.
Yo, it's definitely more if it was five
With
years
the
ago.
price of groceries, you know what I'm saying?
Here comes that weekly rant about gas prices and groceries. I'm about to pull a Rush Limbaugh right now. The groceries, the gas just went too high.
God,
You know who's the
goddamn
blow?
gas, I can't
Joe
afford to go
Biden.
nowheres.
Joe Biden and the reptilian overlords.
That's pretty good. That's what's his name? Alex.
What? I almost said Trebek. That's the guy
Yeah, I mean,
from
I was.
Jeopardy.
That's why I stopped myself.
Alex. What
Alex
is his
Jones. Alex
name?
Jones.
Yeah, Alex Jones.
Yeah. It's like they're all pedophiles. They're
Well,
gonna eat your babies.
I feel like Alex Jones versus Alex Trebek in a debate would actually. I'd watch that. I feel like the
Alex
energies are so
Trebek would
different.
smoke him. Rest his soul.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be interesting. And then
Hmm.
bro's like, "But you're not counting the lizards. You're not counting the lizards." Look,
Can you phrase that in the form of a question?
I'm not
Hmm.
I'm not insinuating that there's not extra stuff going on or anything
You don't have to be an
weird
Alex Jones apologist. It's
going on.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't want to make it seem like everything's as it seems. I'm definitely a everything ain't what it seems type of person. You
Yeah.
know?
It's a thin line because you can be everything ain't what it seems, which I'm right there with you, and then you can teeter over into like crazy conspiracy theorists, like Illuminati everything. You
Hmm.
know, you gotta
Yeah,
walk.
you gotta slow down on those videos. Like you be up to not you be up to
Oh,
like 3 a.m. Like I'm just saying people in general, like all the teenagers that haven't been through their YouTube Illuminati like rabbit hole phase and Freemason phase, just take a break, breathe and like relax and focus on your day to
go
day
play
for a little bit.
Minecraft.
Yeah, just go play
Do
a little.
something else on your device because you're not putting it down. We know that much.
You
Damn
know how
kids.
many alien documentaries I've watched or videos I've watched? Like, come on, man, I could have
Oh
spent that
Lord.
time doing something else.
I uh, I want aliens to be real in a way,
Yeah,
but I also feel like they would just like destroy us all immediately.
I feel like I don't know. People suck. I wouldn't be surprised if aliens suck too. I don't even like people.
Everything
So
sucks, man. That's why
yeah,
I
I
could
feel like
say like don't be so positive.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like now I got to deal with four-dimensional asshole beings instead of just 3D ones.
Okay, okay. Like this speaking of the same thing about like teetering on that line, I watched this video on TikTok. This guy who was talking about the beyond 4 dimensions, like 11 or 12, and like the what is that, multi-dimensional crystals, or like the non-conforming crystals that have something to do with like quantum physics, blah blah blah. And I was like, well, that's really interesting. Let me look that up some more. And that led me down a rabbit hole. It turns out that damn guy that was doing the video is like a big, like, phony, you know? And so I was like, I spent hours, I'm not gonna lie, like looking at this crap. And when I get to the bottom of my rabbit hole where I stopped, the thing I see is that this guy's a big phony. I'm like, oh, well, thank you for wasting my time.
Yeah, and that always sucks when it's see, even still, it's a gray area because it's like even phony people still like shit from other people that weren't so phony. You know what I mean? So it's always a weird gray area.
Yeah. It's like there could be some truth in what they're saying, but that's how they get you. They're like,
Exactly.
nah.
It's the blend. It's the blend, baby. It's like, you know how many people like took the Bible and made their own version, like. And if you really believe, if you're a Christian, you believe in that. It'd be like, well, I mean, is he a phony or did he just like add some creative influence?
Don't get me started.
Yeah, he remixed the Bible. Fuck a track. He remixed the Bible, bro. He didn't even remix a song. That's crazy.
There's so much I want to say, but I work at a church, so.
Yeah, probably should. We don't want to. Yeah.
I want to lose my. No.
Normally, I stay away from politics and religion. Those are normally like the topics to stay away. But this is a podcast where we get to talk about whatever we normally don't get to or want to. If we should have free speech anywhere, it's on our own shit.
I will say this: I do one of the things I like about the church I work at is that they occasionally say something like, "Well, this isn't religion. This is about." You know, your relationship with God. I like that. That's cool. Like, because they're non-denominational, and I'm like, we don't come here to do religious stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes, I see what you're saying. That is actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Shout out to Prevailing Faith Bible Church.
Hold on. I gotta do the thing.
I'm gonna start doing that when we're doing our praise and worship on Sundays.
Bruh, no, you should do it when someone runs down the aisle to get saved.
Nobody runs down the aisle.
No, they don't do that there.
Every church is different, you know.
Yeah, you know.
High key, low key.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, whatever they do, swing flags or.
It's a secret.
Oh.
I can't talk about it. Wait. I did not mean to press that button. Yeah, I did not mean to press that button.
Dang,
let's just change the subject.
Yeah, okay. Let's change the subject to hot takes. Hot takes. What else has been going on in this wacky world, in this wacky music industry?
You know the song that I can't stop listening to? I think I have it queued up here. Let me see.
What's the thing? A booty hole brown. Ooh, that's nice.
That's Young Nudie. You hadn't heard that?
No, let me get a little bit more of that.
All right, I got started with.
They had sound on each other. Be like this. It be like this. Be like this. I get behind your horn, then I be like this. I be like this. What you doing, son?
Oh yeah, I've heard this. Yeah, I didn't hear it until that came. Yeah, I didn't recognize it until that came in.
I've been walking around going, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." And him, Josh, he's like, "What's wrong with you?"
He's
like nothing.
Okay?
Whoa, whoa. He don't know what I'm talking about. 21.
I swear, there are only some emotions you can only express through ad-libs, through rap ad-libs.
Yeah. Thank you. And nobody around me understands what I'm talking about most of the time. So.
Yeah, they don't get it. They don't get it.
Yeah, they're not cool.
I'm getting Bart Simpson vibes. I actually have that one.
I know you do. You're like, actually, I just played it a second ago, but here it is again.
Yeah, I got you guys.
Got you, fam.
I've been meaning to upgrade my sounds. I've been slacking.
Yeah, I need to add more. Let me see. No, can you hear it like this? You can't hear that, right?
It was very low. I heard it, but it was very,
Okay.
very,
I
very low.
adjusted my mic settings to where it doesn't cancel out like every sound ever. So, but it's still a good mic. Shout out to JLab.
Yeah, yeah, that is pretty good. I
Yeah.
heard a little bit that time.
Okay.
Let's
Uh,
see. I feel like there was some other music stuff that went on, but I don't recall.
I meant to look this up, but are you familiar with Young Nudie at all?
A little bit.
I want to say like Icy Twat.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I know it's a crazy name, right?
Well, I mean, you mentioned that artist
Oh,
to me
did I?
before. Yeah, so that's the only way I know about them, but I don't really know anything on my
I
own.
feel like I think Icy Twat and Young Nudie are like in the same camp somehow, and there's a couple other
Uh,
ones that I can't remember. I'll look it up right now while I'm thinking about it. Hey everybody, you can call in live 318-814-8455. It's on the screen. I'm a dumbass. All
and
right.
you know the thing about like artists when they get big, they always talking about meeting a more popular or successful artist early on in their career, and not like necessarily just to help them, but it's just like running into them at like a coffee shop or some shit. I'm like, for me,
Really?
it must not. Yeah, it's like for me, like even when I was watching the Roddy Rich thing, he was like, "Yeah, Kendrick Lamar went to my church." He used to be like, I used to talk to him when I was 12. I'm like, okay, every artist seems to have like a random connection to a random artist, either through like some
It ain't so random though. I don't
exactly,
think.
you know what I'm saying, like some type of well, okay, all right, we're about to enter another level. Either synchronicity or just inside industry knowing inside industry. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So either or, either way, but it's like, man, either I don't know if you don't have like these connections or like run into these people,
I
is that
think
a sign that maybe
no, maybe you should quit.
Yeah, because I was like I swear every artist has like a backstory. They're like, oh yeah, I remember I was a kid and James Brown walked into my taco shop. I'm just like, bruh,
Have you ever met anybody famous?
musically, I'm trying to think even in general. I feel like I've met maybe one or two, but I must not have been like them that much because I've met
Yeah.
athletes. I've met athletes. Like I've met like pacers and like local pacers
Okay.
and shit.
Okay. Well, that's
Other than
something.
that, I met a couple NASCAR drivers. Like that's what we have in my area. Like athletics. You got to remember the Indy 500 and NASCAR and all the
Yeah.
races that happens here. The Brickyard, that's in my city. So like I run into athletes and people like that. I don't run into like no one comes here that's like a successful musician.
That's probably a big part of it because, like, if you're in Atlanta, let's say, especially if you were in Atlanta, between like 2000 and 2010, and you're trying to be a rapper, Atlanta is like, there's a lot of people there, but it's not really sprawling. It's small and then, like, it's
Congested
compact,
a
right?
little bit.
A little bit. It's not like New York compact, but, so
Hmm.
if you're in that industry and you're out there like making moves and trying to market yourself and whatever, you're gonna meet people, right?
Yeah,
That's the idea.
I
But I
just
don't
don't
know.
want to be
There's a lot of nepotism.
exactly. It's like, do I really want to be another rapper to go to Atlanta?
And
Like
I'm not saying
really,
you should go to Atlanta. No, but that's the beauty of the internet,
true.
Because like I was saying, what do you want, doggo?
And then, but those people they're always like, oh yeah, I was in the market and saw 2 Chains looking at cantaloupe. I'm like, what?
Wait, what now?
People always have random stories in those cities. They're like, I was at like Kroger's and 2 Chains was looking at cantaloupe or some shit.
Hey, Kedrick says could just be a 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon thing.
I guess it could.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I've met a couple artists like just one-off type things because I went to their show or you know
Like a meet and greet
I
type
saw
shit.
I saw Michael Stipe at a coffee shop in Denver once from REM.
Did
Nobody
you
cares, whatever.
did you say anything to him or no?
Should I tell this story? Yeah, he was kind of a jerk.
Tell it. Let it. You gotta tell it now.
Well,
Uh,
okay, so I was with a friend, and the friend was a big fan. I mean, my dad likes REM. I'm not. You know REM, right?
yeah.
Shiny Happy
Wow.
People.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, no. So Michael Stipe is the lead singer,
Oh wow.
and yeah, he looked really sickly. And I've heard rumors about his health and stuff, but I'm not gonna get into that. So my friend was a huge fan. He asked him for an autograph, and it wasn't anything crazy, but he was just like, no, you know. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, kind of snoobish or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I give that. I give that. Well, I don't know. Do you feel like he's the type of person that gets recognized often? Like,
Probably.
yeah,
Even well, it was. I almost didn't recognize him at first because he did look so sickly, but
right.
he probably does,
Okay,
and I
if you're
get
one of
that.
those artists that like people are always asking you, then I get it.
Especially at that time. That was like
Especially if
the
you look.
late '90s. So yeah, he was big time back then.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh
Hmm.
yeah. That's like more of a prime time era. That's why I was like, oh, like really? Like people are running up to him like right now. That's why I was like, wow, is he that popular?
No,
But
back then
90s
he was like
definitely,
Alanis
definitely.
Morissette or whatever. Like
Mhm.
big deal. Yeah.
Mhm.
That would be like someone running into Playboy Cardi now, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to
Mhm.
think of it. Whatever. Shut up.
Speaking of Playboy Cardi, he's getting hate on TikTok right now for dissing
Oh.
Nardwar. You know who Nardwar is? The guy who does interviews.
Yeah. Why would anybody just Nardwar?
Well, apparently, bro was trying to get an interview with him, and he just wouldn't let him interview him. So people are like, kind of like, oh, people are like, actually, I sent you the video. You probably didn't see it, but people are just like,
Oh no,
oh
I'm
man,
sorry.
Playboy Cardi just turned me off, yada yada yada. Dude, that's like one of my biggest dreams
Well,
in music is to get a Nardwar interview. I'd legit retire if I got one of those interviews. I'd retire like next week, like
he'll put you
legit.
on for sure. Like
Yeah.
Nardwar's awesome. Playboy Cardi, I feel like he could do what he wants. Like he doesn't have to do an interview with anybody. And how do we know this? How do we know? Did Nardwar say it?
Well, I mean, there was a video of him like trying to like interview him and talk to him,
Oh,
and bro was just
like
like
flag him
pissed
down
off,
for
and then
one randomly.
and then he was like hanging out his car trying to stick his mic and get him to come out, and bro was just like pulled off. But it was
Well,
just
that's
like,
not how you do it. You gotta schedule this shit, I would
yeah,
think.
yeah,
I mean, you
yeah,
are Nardwar or whatever, like you're, but still, I
an
don't know.
icon. I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean. It's different if you're just like if you're talking to some guy like his manager or whoever is like, okay, Thursday 6 p.m. he's available or whatever.
Yeah, I don't
But
know. I felt like all of those were scheduled,
well,
because he has to get all that info about him.
and then this is the one thing that I saw was pretty interesting. That was like the top comment. Somebody said part of Playboy Cardi, like being the way he is he's kind of like mysterious or like his own little thing. So
Yeah,
considering the context of how Nardwar are in details with his interviews, that would kind
yeah,
of like bust his whole vibe up.
yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, I was like, well, I guess I can see that. You're right.
He
It's like
seems like he might be like really high a lot of the time too, and paranoid probably. So,
use his name 99% of rappers
well,
high and
especially
paranoid.
dude, I saw this. I saw this a couple times. I can't remember who it was. It's one of those like newer, like the hot freshman XL whatever people that whose name escapes me.
Yeah.
But this kid was so paranoid. He thought like someone had poisoned his water when they were about to do the interview. Like he like opens the water, about to take a sip. He's like, "This water is open. I don't want it." It's like
See, I saw
we
that.
just saw you open it. You saw that?
I saw that, but I didn't hear no crack when he went to open it. That's all I'm saying. I didn't hear any snap of the bottle or nothing. A water bottle should go.
Yeah, but I wasn't like listening that hard. It just looked like he opened it, and then it was like, okay, it seemed like drug-induced paranoia to me, but I could be wrong.
And I don't know because like I feel like I don't know
He seemed
because
sketchy from the whole thing. Like his knees were up here, and he was like sitting on the
see, I
stool. He's
didn't
like,
see all
"Who
that.
did that?"
I
I'm
didn't
not.
see all
Okay, you
that.
got a question? What is what's going on?
All I saw was that clip. All I saw was like that 10-second clip of him like passing the water back and then being like, "No, it wasn't open." He's like, "Yeah, yeah, pass me a new one or
Yeah,
whatever." And they give him a new one.
the clip I saw may have been like 15 seconds, but it was still
Mhm.
just kind of like noticing all these little like things he was saying. I'm like, dude,
I
you're
don't know.
high.
I feel like, man, with if you're in the industry, you gotta be careful because how many stories have we heard about like artists saying claiming they were drugged and like recorded doing weird stuff and
Shit,
blackmail?
that's true. That's
Yeah, fuck
true.
that. I ain't take my risk. I'm not ending up at like some P Diddy party like on someone's cell because I drunk some silly water. Like fuck that.
Some silly water.
Yeah, it make your eyes do a little scramble. Some silly water. What do you call it? A breakfast scramble? What do you call it? Those DJ sessions? Yeah, a scramble. It's time for a scramble. That's what they're gonna say when they give you the water.
That's what I call my
Yeah,
freestyle things.
yeah, your
That's what
freestyle
that's.
scramble.
What is? How are you making that association?
Just
What is it
because the
when your
word,
eyes scramble when you
yeah,
take too much Molly or the silly
yeah,
water? And you're just like,
yeah, you get remixed.
hmm,
On someone's cell phone.
take
Uh,
that, take that.
yeah,
And they're like, yeah, if you don't do these, you don't sign this record deal, we're gonna
Right
drop this.
here, see?
Yeah, you see this sex tape? You're having sex with this doll because you was on.
Why is that? It's like big mob guys with like big
Yeah,
wool trench coats on or something.
yeah,
You can't
that's
see
right.
their eyes; their fedoras are all low. You just see a cigar bobbing up and down.
Hey, yo, Joe, tell them how we do it around here.
cracks open silly water.
We should market that. We should have
Yeah,
our own water. What
yo,
podcast has their own water?
we should have silly water. I'm gonna
Silly
start putting
water.
water bottles
Get
on like
silly.
town. Yeah, and I'm just gonna put the label as silly water.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy.
Mm.
I'm
Put that one in my notes.
like, hey kids, do you want some silly water? Oh,
It's
wrong
like
one. You want some silly water?
that reminds me of 50 Cent with his vitamin water shit.
Oh yeah. Now he's pressing alcohol. I guess he decided to go the more adult route.
Dude, you know who makes so much money off alcohol is goddamn Puff Daddy.
Yeah,
Or
his
Sean
is the
P.
is
Diddy.
his absolute or
No,
what
no,
is
no.
he
It's
own?
a damn Ciroc. I think everybody
Ciroc.
forgot that he owns that because, like, everybody I know almost, that's what they order is Ciroc this, Ciroc that at the bar.
I didn't forget because recently some artist had a party. It might have been like 50 or somebody,
Mm.
and P Diddy got mad. Apparently, he stopped the party and started screaming at everybody because nobody was ordering Ciroc, and they
Oh
had
my
a
god.
bunch of Ciroc for the party, and
Lord.
he got really pissed.
He's like,
So it was,
you guys, you're supposed to drink my vodka.
yes, it might have been like someone random, like Meek Mill or something, like literally some random artist, and they had to like make a tweet about it, and he apologized. I'm
Yeah, I
like,
was trying to
bro,
think. I thought Effin' Vodka was maybe Jay-Z. No, that
I
was
thought that was
50 Cent.
50. Yeah, that's 50.
Well, I think he sold it.
Oh, okay, I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised.
is what it looks like. But he was like the spokesmodel for it,
I
and
feel
then
like
he had some stake in it. But he sold it for $60 million.
you need a pour button, like the whore button, because that would
I
have been
got it right
perfect.
here.
Whore.
Pour. That's how I feel
Oh,
when you drop.
poor.
Yeah, that's how I feel when you drop numbers like that. Pour.
Well, I think it should motivate us to, as much as I was talking about money can't buy happiness or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, no
you
kidding. Yeah, I'm
know,
about to go so
Chelsea
hard.
Handler and him were a good couple, I feel like.
I can't picture her in my mind. I know I've seen him, but
She's
I
an old
can't
white
picture-
lady.
I guess he's got a type.
Does he date other old white ladies? I don't know. Is he single?
Like I'm about to slide in
Hey.
the DMs.
It goes down in the DMs.
I don't know why we reverted to the mob guy voice again, but
It's
hey,
going
Fitty.
down.
Hey, Fitty.
Hey,
Put up your
Fitty.
dukes.
I just want to hang out, get your signature, maybe have some water. No
That
problem, man.
that thing be hanging.
Yeah, legit. Slide in the DMs
No.
of
Um,
famous people, famous rappers.
Silly
That's
white.
always my worst fear. Is like I'm gonna like if I was to blow up, some random artist that I DM'd forever ago would be like, "This isn't you 6 years ago." On like a podcast, they're like, "Yeah, this," especially something like female. They're like, "Yeah, this isn't you in my DMs trying to get the bucks." I'm like,
This you?
"Yeah, this you." You know how Twitter does. This
Yeah.
you. I'm like, bro. People will legit go
Elbozo.
back. Yeah, they'll go back to 2013 and pull up a tweet you made when you were in high school and like try to cancel you.
You feel really what was the by the way, Kedrick says silly water's gonna get investigated so fast. No, it's cool. It's cool. Drink it. Drink
Yeah,
Drink up.
it's totally safe. It's totally
so
normal
refreshing.
water.
Don't worry about it. It's just silly.
That's our slogan. Totally normal water.
Sounds good.
Yeah, right?
I'll
Sounds-
take 12.
12 cases, please.
Yes, please.
I feel like this is a pyramid scheme waiting to happen.
That's
As
the
long
best
as
way to make money.
yeah, as long as we get out right when shit gets hot, then we're okay.
Yeah, we're gonna need your help, Kedrick. I don't know you, but you seem like a smart guy.
Yeah, he's down for some silly water time.
Yeah, it's down to clown. I was saying
Oh,
something. What was I saying?
we were talking about the
50
what
Cent.
brands were owned by which artists and stuff with
Oh,
alcohols and
the Rock owns a tequila company, and he makes millions off that.
I've had his drink before. I forget
Is
what
it
it's
good?
called though. It's
It,
it's
it
decent.
it won like a bunch of awards. Like I was expecting it to be garbage. I've never tried it, but
I tried it and I mean I don't know. I've never went out of my way to get it again. But I
it's
wasn't
tequila,
like
right? Like it's just
yeah, I wasn't disgusted either. You know Mike Tyson, he has his own drink.
what is it?
I forget. I think he actually has a wine. He has a wine too.
Oh, oh, Mike
It's pretty
Tyson.
strong
Oh,
as you would imagine.
it's pretty what?
Strong
Oh, a
for a
strong
wine.
wine.
Yeah, for a wine.
Let me see. I don't like chain smoking. Uh, his 8-bit wine label.
I
I
had
don't
that too.
know.
It was
It
decent.
doesn't. I googled Mike Tyson wine. I can't even see what the name of the wine is. I
It
think it's
might
just
be
Mike
like
Tyson wine.
12 to like 15% if I remember right. Like for wine, that's pretty up there.
Yeah, let me share this picture of it too. It's kind of wild, like the label or whatever.
Hmm.
Look at this. Like, it's a cool
Oh,
idea.
you
But
know what from, right? That image is from, right?
oh, is that from
The boxing game.
Atari or whatever?
Yeah, the I forget what the boxing game was called. Oh man, Kendrick might know this one. What is the name of that Mike Tyson boxing game?
Dude, 15. I think it's Mike Tyson's boxing.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, it might be Mike Tyson's boxing. It used to be on cell phones back when like where you still had to like hit several numbers just to send a text, just to pick a letter. You know
Oh
those
yeah,
days?
yeah, yeah, like a BlackBerry.
Yeah, you remember those days.
Shut the hell up. That is strong though,
Yeah,
15.5%,
that's
especially
strong for
for that's
wine.
a white wine. That's like
Yeah.
I think this is infidel. I don't know that
I
much
think
about
actually I
wine.
think it's red if I remember right, but I could be wrong. It was a
Yeah.
while ago
Well,
when I had it.
there's probably more than one.
Yeah, true.
Uh, yeah, that's a. It says that spicy ear-biting Zin has earned its place atop the world circuit.
See, but him, I'm not surprised about. He has like his hand in everything.
Oh, Kendrick says I'm down.
He's down for silly water.
Oh, cool. All right.
Oh, maybe I get a T-shirt with like the silly water like
Oh yeah.
design on it or something. You know, like something really cool.
Yeah, it'd be like when rappers used to have like energy drinks, like was that Crunk Juice or whatever?
Why do I feel like I vaguely? I feel like that's like right on the tip of my brain somewhere. I feel like
What
I kind of remember that, but I feel like I
Crunk
don't.
Juice?
Yeah.
That was like Lil Jon and them. And
Yeah.
there was something else that was not Mad Dog, but like Four Loco. I think
Yeah.
some rappers were pushing that for a while, and
What?
that's
I couldn't imagine pushing that.
yeah. Well,
That's
no,
like
wait, way back, like Biggie and Pac days, they were all pushing like the malt liquors,
the
like
40s.
yeah.
Like the,
There's like videos of Biggie doing like a whole like St. Ides commercial. You've never seen those?
no, but I feel like we need to expose our audience to these to these Biggie commercials.
Yeah, Kendrick says Punch Out. Is the name of
Punch Out. That's
is
what
that
it
it?
was called. Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
there was a Mike Tyson. See, we didn't have an Atari. We had an Intellivision, which is like, not very many people had that. But I think
Mhm.
it was Mike Tyson's boxing on that one.
Mhm. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if there were several games because he was like the last fighter on like a couple of them. You had to beat Mike.
Yep. 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 Oh, I got something. Hang on. I'm gonna leave you solo for just a second so you can be solo. Hold on.
Okay. Riding solo, riding solo, riding solo. Um, what other games were like coming out around when Punch Out was out? I can't really remember. Let me see. Let me see what's going on in the comments. Since I'm here by myself, I might as well be here with you guys as well.
Did you literally just like talk about riding solo the whole time?
I started singing that one song with that Jason Derulo, riding solo, and
That's
then
what I heard when I ran out. Okay, look.
whoa, hey, yo, hold on, man, we gotta put some respect on it. Hold on, yeah, yo, that is so fucking cool. I
Yeah.
am so ready for my rap yard shirt.
It's
That
a
is so fucking cool. That
rap
looks
yard.
good.
Yeah, rap yard
That
for
looks
president.
good.
Rap
Those,
yard for president.
yeah, rap yard for president. Those colors came out really nice.
This is actually I made this myself with one of those iron-ons.
Wow, that's really good. That came out really nice.
Yeah, it looks good on the black. I think I'm gonna add some more to the t-shirt shop. Kedrick says, yeah, it's punch out. That's where the image comes from. Okay, the wine bottle image. Going back to the wine bottle thing. Let's see, where are we? There we go. So here's the link in the bottom. Our merch will be, I'm waiting for it to scroll, store.streamelements.com/rapyardpodcast is where you can
Look,
get our merch.
slash rap yard podcast. You will be able to find
Store.streamelements.
that on our pages and in our links in our bios. In our
Yeah,
bios. If you want to look hot for the summer,
that's
you want to
right.
make a statement, step out looking fresh, and people are like, yo, what's that? That's cool as fuck. Get your ass a rap yard podcast shirt.
It's just a overall cool design. And if you want to rep the podcast and you don't want to like call in because you're shy, or you got broken fingers and you can't like or share, you can use Siri or whatever and go to Linktree, link.tree/rapyard. I think is what
Shout
it
out to
is.
our handicapped listeners. We love you.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
if the mob bosses break your fingers because you don't want to go to P Diddy's island, then you can link.tree/rapyard.
Yeah, go to rap yard. You can still be a guest. P Diddy, if whether or not you got a sex tape to be leaked, it's okay. You can still be a guest on the Rap Yard podcast. We don't discriminate. We don't do any blackmailing on here. Yeah, 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 yeah.
What was
Got
that?
another freestyle for you.
Oh, you gonna freestyle?
Maybe over that beat. And then we put the instrumental.
Boo, boo, boo.
Booyaka,
Do you
booyaka.
ever do you ever get tired of 21 Savage sometimes?
I
Maybe.
get tired of 21.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Like, just
Bro, yes, bro. Say a different ad-lib. We get it already.
what does that mean anyway?
He's just saying it because it's his name, right? 21 Savage. So he's just
Didn't
saying
he get like extradited or something? Like, I thought he was British
he
or
is
whatever.
British.
Then why
Yeah,
is he always talking about Atlanta?
I don't know, bro. Because I think he was born there, but he came here young or some shit. So I guess he's kind of like, well, I grew up here.
I think
Type
it's
shit.
like I think it's something like he was born in Atlanta and then went to England and then came back, which is like, okay, you should have a British accent then.
And then it's like, well, if that's the case, then why they try to kick him out? Like he didn't have no visa or something.
Maybe it
Yeah, I
was
thought
what
he
you
didn't.
said.
Yeah,
Maybe
I remember. I thought he didn't have like a. He had to like renew his visa or some shit, and they were like,
that's
bro.
weird. Like if you, that's weird. I don't know. I don't buy it.
I think he left that out of his branding, his branding bio.
21.
Yeah, he's mean streets of you.
His verse on that song is good. I mean, it's not like whoa lyricism, but it's like it's.
Well, when I think 21, I don't think well lyricism anyway.
Yeah,
You
same.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
But he brings a persona and an aura. Like
yeah.
I think that's what he brings to every track. Like the certain stuff. Like
Sometimes it's a flop and sometimes it's a bop.
yeah.
Flop or bop.
I will say I gotta put some respect on his name. He does hit like rapid flows once in a while. He does hit it with a minute once in a while.
Sometimes it's almost like hearing a familiar voice on
Mhm.
certain things. Just is like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's like your uncle just showed up to the barbecue. Like, hey, big unk, hey.
That's one thing I love about rap is
Yeah.
there's like a cast of characters that like
Mhm.
you get to know, and it's almost like being into comic books or movies or something.
I
They're like,
swear. I
yeah,
love that. I'm telling people, I was like, it's kind of like that's another one. Like, I love watching anime, and I was like, I swear, rappers are like anime characters. They each have like their own powers, their own like
yeah,
unique set of skills, and from time to time they even go against each other, which is really
And
cool.
it's like
Some
when
collab.
people come out. I'm sorry. I mean, I get
No,
excited.
you're good.
But like when new rappers come out and like people like trying to figure out, okay, are they cool? Are they not? Do we like this? Like, remember Lil Mabu or whatever? I sent
Hmm.
you this and you're like, I've seen it. And
Yeah,
now I get where you're coming from because like I'm tired of him. So like when you come out and you're new, it doesn't matter how hard you're being pushed at me or whoever. It's
yeah,
like, do you fit into this like book? Do you fit into this story of rap
yeah.
music? If you don't,
Wow,
you're out of here. If you do, even if you suck, in a way, you
wow.
kind of fit into like 6ix9ine. He's in the story.
I know what you mean. Like
Yeah,
he's
but
definitely gonna be an artist that's gonna be discussed.
right, but we've turned the page since him. He's back there.
Wow, that is a good way to put it.
Yeah,
That's the best way heard that put in a while. It
yeah.
is like a little book full of chapters and characters and
Or
even
an
stories
anime,
left.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, for real.
yeah.
Damn, bro, I gotta get my ass on his page, bro. I gotta get the next chapter.
You're in it. You're in it.
I gotta get in it.
I'm in a footnote somewhere. I'm in like the
Asterisk. You follow the asterisk down. It's like
I'm in a citation,
uh-huh.
like in the small print. Yeah. I mean, I'm
It'll
not
be
trying
like
to.
when they get to the 9 chapter, they'll see like the podcast. It'll be a star. It's a fun fact. This was mentioned on the Rap Yard podcast. Yeah, fun fact. Did you
Yay!
know?
Get
Yeah,
my little shine on.
yeah. You'd be
Yeah.
surprised. Well, you always see like these random people in these artist documentaries and stuff. It's like, who is that guy? It's like some random person they just have to be around or talking to or podcasting at the time. So hey,
Yeah.
you never know. Could end
You
up in
never
a
know.
documentary one day.
Eh, could be. I doubt it.
Now, what kind is the difference? Is it going to be like a Netflix murder special?
Right, like a big expose or something.
Yeah,
I don't want like an R. Kelly documentary for sure. All
I
the
can see.
victims with
Yeah,
like dark rooms,
your
like a
face
single
is like
spotlight.
posted on the cover, and there's a bunch of traumatized artists and rappers talking about the water we made
I'm
them
like
drink.
looking like Bigfoot, all sweaty, like ugh. The Troy
Oh,
Show story.
that's terrible.
It is
That's
terrible. How
terrible.
could you?
Oh man, golly, we're gonna
Just people
traumatize the
just
rap. Yeah,
dabbing their eyes with tissues, just like I can't believe it. Yeah. I
something
would
told me not
never.
to drink that water, but I did
She
it
told you
anyway.
that, right? She said, just drink the silly water. It's just silly.
Something told me not to do it.
I think that may bring it full circle. I think that. Yeah.
Yeah, that brings it full circle.
And that's a wrap.
That is a wrap, ladies and
Yard
gentlemen.
podcast.
Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for tuning in. Special shout out to Kedrick Reynolds.
Yeah, thanks for the support, bro.
Yes,
One
sir.
love.
And everybody, remember you can listen to the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and anywhere else podcasts are sold or distributed freely. Don't forget to like, comment, and share and subscribe.
Yeah.
Please.
And call in next time.
Yeah. Call in, ho. Bye.